Welcome to this explainer. Today we're jumping right into something absolutely raw and honestly incredibly practical. We're unpacking Menelik Lennox's unfiltered manifesto on wealth building, famously known as the 13 Pillars of Financial Mastery. We're going to break down his very specific rules for financial independence. And let me tell you, this isn't your typical run-of-the-mill financial advice. We're getting straight to the absolute core of how real wealth is built and protected. Okay, let's dive into this. Right off the bat, Lennox wants to completely shatter the illusion of a magic wealth formula. He says it perfectly. People think the rich have secret formulas. They don't. He's literally telling us there are no hidden cheat codes to getting wealthy. It's not about luck, and it's definitely not a secret formula locked away in some vault. It's actually about following strict, unbending rules that most people simply choose to ignore.
So, if it's not a secret formula, what is it really about? That brings us to part 1, the myth of secret formulas, the foundation of sacrifice. In this first phase of the playbook, we see that success isn't some lucky break. It's deep, unsexy sacrifice. We always expect wealth to look like this glamorous overnight success, but the actual reality? It's relentless late nights, lost sleep, and grinding away when literally everyone else is resting. Lennox argues that if you want real money, you don't just stumble into it. You have to pay for it up front, and your currency is your time and your energy. Which leads directly to this really bold truth. Life is incredibly short. You can be here today and totally gone tomorrow. Lennox has this very strict rule about never wasting time because life is just so fleeting, right? And that fact drives his absolute burning urgency to act today. Every single day matters. Moving with that kind of urgency is foundational to the whole shebang. Let's move to and see how this builds into part 2, building systems and wealth, the offense. Now that we've got the sacrifice part down, how do we actively play financial offense? What's super fascinating here is how Lennox defines real value. It's not about grinding yourself into dust at the center of your company forever. Nope. His concept of true wealth isn't a business that just revolves around the founder. Real value is a system built to run completely autonomously. It's a machine that survives, functions, and thrives, even if the creator steps entirely away from it. So, how do you actually build that system? Well, first, you start small with exactly what you have right now. Second, grow without waiting for perfect conditions. Don't wait for investors to knock on your door. Lennox firmly believes that money respects movement. Third, diversify those income streams. Spread your money across different assets. And fourth, survive the inevitable failures. By diversifying, you're essentially building a safety net, ensuring you stay in the game even if one stream dries up or totally belly flops. But hey, making the money is only half the equation. Welcome to part 3, mastering defense and risk, the shield. Keeping your wealth, that requires a completely different set of strict rules. Let's rapid fire his defense strategy. First up, avoid debt. Lennox sees debt as a heavy chain that just kills your freedom to move and recover quickly. Second, prepare years ahead. If you're ready for the long term, you're not going to panic in the short term. Third, control your ego. He views ego as an absolute destroyer. The very second you think you know everything, you stop growing. And finally, read the fine print in every single deal. Contracts and agreements are exactly where most people lose their shirts. Do not rush decisions that could literally cost you years. Now, let's just take a breath and pause that rapid pace for a really crucial caveat from Lennox. Money is important, yes, obviously, but it isn't everything. He argues that if your happiness depends entirely on money, true stability is literally impossible. You have to build a stable life, not just an income stream. With that balanced perspective in mind, we reach the final and most crucial phase. Part 4, execution and unwavering consistency, ultimate action. This phase is all about the mindset of radical self-reliance. And I want you to ask yourself honestly right now, when things go wrong in your business, in your investments, or just in your life, who saves you? So the crucial point is this: no one. Lennox has this dramatically stark worldview that absolutely no rescue is coming. There are no shortcuts. If something goes wrong, you fix it. You must take absolute 100% ownership of your problems and your outcomes. Because in that reality of total ownership, ideas are incredibly cheap. Ideas don't matter. Execution does. Lennox completely dismisses the concept of just having good ideas because, let's face it, most people never act on them. His focus is purely on fast, relentless execution, moving quickly and actually doing the work. That is exactly what separates the truly successful from the dreamers. And that brings us to his final pillar, consistency. The harsh truth is most people simply quit way too early. Winning, according to Lennox, isn't about brilliance or catching a lucky break. It's just about repeating the process every single day until it yields results. No matter what, you keep going. You stay consistent until it works. Which leaves us with this final, incredibly provocative question. The truth isn't hidden. None of these pillars are secrets. But will you actually live like this? Are you willing to adopt these rigorous, unsexy habits, sacrifice your comfort, and execute relentlessly to change your own life? It's all laid out for you. The playbook is right here. But the execution, well, that's entirely on you.